Hello, welcome back. I'm on the hunt to smell one of the most expensive perfumes in the world, which costs almost £4,000, and it's sold here at Harrods. We're going in. I went on the Harrods website, I did a search for the highest price first, and it came up with a fragrance called Rose Musk Elusive by Elegance. Let's go and find it. I've never smelled a fragrance as expensive as this before, so it'll be really interesting to smell it and see if it's worth the price. Here we are in the Harrods main fragrance hall, an impressive place. I think you'll agree, we've got brands like Creed, Tom Ford, one of my favourites, Amouage. But the fragrance I'm looking for, we can't find down here, as impressive as it is. For that, we've got to go up to the 6th floor to the Salon de Parfum. So we're on the journey to some of the most expensive fragrances in the world. We've got to go through Egypt to get there. Could do with a pee. We're in. This is where we can find the expensive stuff. Just pan down, have a look at the corridor down here, how polished it all is. Like a corridor in Star Wars. You can imagine some stormtroopers and Darth Vader just walking down there. We've found the fragrance Rose Musk Elusive from Elegance. We're here. I've never smelled anything from this brand. I'm going to smell this baby right here. I've just realised that this actually isn't the most expensive per mil, even though it is in the store the most expensive, but this is a 200ml bottle. There's one almost the same price as this in a 50ml bottle. Imagine that sitting on your shelf. Pretty good weapon if anyone breaks in. I can't even get my hands on it to spray it without it slipping through my hands. Oh, someone's been hammering this. No, there's nothing in it. Okay, crisis over. That bottle is empty, but this is Rose Musk Elusive. We good, we got some. Look at the colour of that. £3,900. I mean, it smells pretty good. It's not as rosy actually as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like this massive rose. It smells really good quality. Amazing, this smells amazing quality. Actually, I'm going to try this on the skin and really do it justice. I'm no expert, I'm no perfumer. I have smelled things that smell very similar to this, similar quality to this, but quite a bit cheaper. But what do I know? Radiates and blooms a bit more on the skin. It's good. Would I pay $3,900? I've got to be honest. Yeah, no, I wouldn't. Ben, do you want to smell it and see what you think?
I don't actually mind rosy fragrances, but like I say, do I mind at 3,900, nearly 4 grand? Quite powdery though as well.
Yeah, it's a bit more subtle. Yeah, it's really nice. I'd definitely wear it.
I'd wear it.
Yeah,
but I mean, we were taking a bottle out with me anyway.
For £4,000, you would think this would be blowing your mind. Is it £4,000 worth of?
No, I've definitely got more fragrances in my collection that I would probably pay more money for than what I currently do over this. See, I don't feel it's sticking around that long either. And for that kind of money, I think I want it to be like all over.
Have a bit more power to it.
More power. A bit like that Tom Ford Lost Cherry that just seems to get lost.
This is Rose Musk Elusive, so is it a little too elusive maybe?
Yeah.
So I just did a price search on your website, highest to low, and this one comes out as the most expensive Rose Musk Elusive. £3,900?
Yes,
yeah,
exactly right. Yeah.
Right.
For me, it's one of the most finest fragrance ever made. Obviously, for the late Queen.
Could you speak to why it's that price? Is it the rare ingredients?
The rare ingredients also of the rose musk, and it's very raw materials. like founded obviously this classic fragrance more than 10 hours on the skin.
So the price is so high because you're paying for that performance.
Performance, yes,
Yeah.
as in longevity, the ingredients, the way it's set into the skin, where
Yeah.
you go into a room or into a party garden, you walk past and then, you know, people just, you know, it's like a head turner.
We're also paying for how rare some of the ingredients
Rare,
are.
the raw materials in this fragrance.
And also the fact that it's got the connection with the Queen. It was
Queen,
made for her, so it's
yes,
very
yes,
exclusive.
exactly.
Elusive and exclusive.
Exactly.
The next brand I wanted to have a look at was Cellini. Again, never smelt anything from them. So the one that was coming out, which actually I think is the most expensive here in Harrods, is this Fleur Japonais, which is 3,300, is it? For
Yes.
50 mil?
For 50 mil, yes.
So per mil, that's way more expensive
Yes.
than...
Yeah. And here, like you see how the old-fashioned, like classical spray, you only need 2 sprays
Right.
because it's pure perfume.
I gotta try this.
Yeah,
if
sure,
that's
sir.
all right. Yeah. Okay. So
Again,
just go on there.
Do not rub it. Let it set.
Oh, yeah.
Spread it now, and you see the fine ingredient, but then the dry down.
Whoa. That's
so
incredible.
Yeah.
I've never smelled anything like that before. I've got to say that is a completely unique smell. It's not overly floral either with it.
No.
Even though it's got flower in the name.
Flower in it,
Yeah.
but then on your skin now, give it time to go into the pores,
Yeah.
and it comes out. That's 6 to 8 hours on your skin.
That's great. It's like it's so much edgier than I
Yeah,
thought it was
yeah.
going to be. That smells
It's much more measured than Elegantes.
really like woody, almost like pencil shaving sort of woodiness to it. That's benzoin little smell. That is a bit more mind-blowing than the Rose Elusive, isn't it?
Oh yeah,
When you said that the edge to it, it's got the orange blossom.
yeah, that's what it is. It's the blood orange I'm getting more than anything, and then the spices of it.
Spices, there's an intensity to it, isn't
Yeah.
there?
Yeah,
I
definitely.
love the intensity of it.
It's definitely something different.
Yeah. And like a muskiness there as well.
Yeah.
Do you get that muskiness?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not massively fan of orangey kind of.
This is more of a muskier
But this
scent
is
than
more
that. Yes,
musky orange.
definitely more
And
musky.
the orange, whilst it's there, it's definitely more of a, I think more of a subtle orange, and it makes it actually really
It
nice.
is kind of weather as well.
Yeah.
so that is
And
very
just
hot.
that, yeah, just-
So like the way you
Yeah.
walk past someone, wow, it's that orangey bud smell. It's very fresh and it's called like energizing.
It gives you that push.
Uplifts you.
It uplifts you.
Yeah.
Like imagine that being on your skin all day, and you're walking past people.
Yeah.
Just be interesting to see how it is, you know, how long it lasts as well.
I know we're saying citrusy, but it's not your typical sort of light citrus fragrance that you'd expect. There is sort of some citrus there, but there's a depth, there's an intensity.
There's an edge to it,
woodiness,
there's
yeah.
sharpness to it.
You got a sample? I'll take a sample. That is a very, very good fragrance. So this is Bobby. If you want to come to Harrods and come to the Salon de Parfum, come and see Bobby and he'll look after you.
You're welcome. Thank you very much.
One of the other really expensive fragrances here at Harrods in the Salon de Parfum is Henri Jacques, one of the most exclusive, expensive brands. And the fragrance I'm trying is called Ood Imperial Pure Parfum. I have it right here. I've not smelled it yet. It's a very dark juice on the end of there. Let's have a go. Ooh, that's very strong, animalic, but also quite rounded, maybe a little bit fruity. That's a strong smelling oud. If you're not into oud, I think it would maybe be a bit too strong. So this one is 2,365 for a 30 ml bottle. I'm not an expert on ouds, but I think that it is a precious material. It costs a lot of money to get really high quality oud, and this brand has obviously done that because they're a very prestigious brand. I think on skin this would settle down really nicely. I think it'd smooth out, but that's got some firepower. Stilton cheesy type of strong, but in a good way.
I like my ouds, but
That's oud.
that is oud. That's animalic to death, that one. Wow.
Okay. Dark. Look at that. It does soften a little bit. Blooming a little bit more, yeah, there's more to it. Oh, that smells expensive. That does smell really expensive. Woody, maybe a little bit sort of nutty, a little bit fruity. If you like oud, if you want the best, one of the strongest smelling ouds I've ever smelled, this one. Henri Jacques Oud Imperial Pure Parfum. Whew. Had to come into Roger Parfums, one of my favourite brands, and this isn't as expensive as the other fragrances we smelled. A very reasonably priced 2,500 for 100ml. I've smelled this one before, I love this fragrance. Oh, such a refined, sophisticated scent. There's a freshness to it, but there's depth. It's a mind-blowing scent. I can't afford to spend 2,500 on this fragrance, but if I could, I would. Oh, it's so good.
Not as strong as the vetiver one that we smelled before, but it's definitely a green smell.
Sometimes I find this with Roger Parfums fragrances that they smell great, but they're so smooth. It's really hard to pick out distinctive notes, and I guess that's not always the point, to be able to pick out single notes, but this one is just a great smell. Just a very refined, sophisticated scent that I love. £2,500. Maybe one day. All right, we're done. I think we're a little bit sniffed out, aren't we, Ben? Smell some powerful stuff. I hope you enjoyed a little trip around some of the most expensive fragrances in the world. The Cellini one wasn't the most expensive because the version we smelt was 1,100 for a 100ml. Still pretty expensive. We realized that the most expensive one in there that we smelled was the Henri Jacques fragrance, the Ood Imperial, because that worked out at £78 per ml. So 1ml, which I guess when it's a pure perfume oil, you'd get a couple of uses out of it. The one that Ben and I both liked the best, I certainly did anyway, was the Cellini Fleur Japonais. That was an amazing fragrance. If I could afford £1,100 for 100ml, I'd go for that. If money was no object, I'd easily buy that. I think that is an incredible fragrance. I might have to see if I can get a little decant of that one. Rose Musk Elusive, as expensive as that was, wasn't the most expensive. It was the most expensive if you were going to buy the 200ml bottle, but per ml, it was the Henri Jacques. If you're ever in London, you got to come to Harrods, get up to Salon de Parfum. They're really happy to help you out. You can smell all these amazing fragrances, these super expensive fragrances that maybe you would never buy, but you can go in there and you can smell them and you can see if they blow your mind. Right, that's it. A little bit different for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. Give it a like if you did. Let me know if you want more videos like this, vloggy videos around fragrance stores. Subscribe if you haven't already, and if you do all that, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.